Welcome to another video, and in this video we've got yet another 100 plus kills on Underground with a bolt action weapon. Again, another one here with Jungle Carbine from the medic class. As always, stick around in these types of videos if you want me to sort of give a breakdown of the pros and cons of the weapon, what's happening in this game in particular, and how to get high kills on whatever specific map the video is on. So let's have a look at the specializations to start with. As I said, I would show these going forward. You can see here we've got 4 all on the left, being high velocity bullets, slings and swivels, machine bolt, and quick reload. Now, the reason I don't go with the 30% aiming in faster speed specialization, as well as the specialization for 60% faster movement while aimed down the sight, like you would probably see on most aggressive medic players, simply because this is a bolt action weapon. It's mainly meant for medium to long range, although this is probably, the most aggressive, or the bolt action weapon in the game which you can be the most aggressive with. However, if you're going to go with 60% faster movement while aiming down sight, you're going to adversely affect your accuracy, and it's not like you're running around with a ZK or a Tommy or a Sumi which has got 30 or 50 rounds. And so you can afford to miss a lot of bullets at the benefit of making yourself a harder target to hit. But in the case of a bolt action weapon, you miss 1 or 2 bullets and the other enemy is going to finish firing their entire mag and likely going to have killed you. And that also goes for why we don't want, or why I don't use the aim down the sights faster, because if you're using it at medium to long range, you're not running around stupidly aggressively, and you don't need to therefore pull the gun up fast to aim in and get a kill. And if you are using this gun like that and running around trying to play aggressive, then obviously yes, you would probably prefer to have 30% faster aiming speed, but it's not going to massively increase your chances of getting a kill, because you aim in fast, you still miss 1 bullet and that's it, you're dead. So yeah, that's why I don't use those 2 specializations, and that's why we prefer to go for the high velocity bullets, making targets easier to hit at medium to long range. So very quickly, in terms of this gun itself, it is in the best 5 medic weapons playlist, or rather the video which I made, simply because it's basically a souped up, or even better, ZH, which was obviously a hated weapon in the scout class, a semi-automatic sniper rifle. This is almost like a semi-automatic sniper rifle, being one of the fastest fire rates of the bolt action weapons in the game. So alongside the Lee Enfield from the scout class as well, the first sniper you unlock. And so because of that, you can easily get 2 quick body shots like the ZH can, and makes it a very frustrating gun for people to play against. But what's obviously way better over any of the semi-automatic rifles is this can obviously one-shot headshot with a high bullet velocity at medium, and even probably medium to long range. So really, you can see in clips like this, you can just get headshot after headshot after headshot really, really fast. And yeah, you can't find really a much better bolt action weapon in the game. And it hasn't obviously got a 6x scope, probably being the only drawback to this weapon. Now, as we get into some of the clips in this game, you can clearly tell that to get the 100 kills while using this sort of weapon, you want to go into places in the map which have a long range of sight, and that is clearly going to be that corridor you just saw me in there, where I probably got 30-40 kills across the entirety of this game. The center of the map is obviously good as well, having the trains and just long lines of sight all the way down the map. But that corridor there, where there's always a choke point and it's very hard for enemies to push up on you, providing there's no smoke, like this, you can just get kill after kill after kill really easily. Use cover and just obviously lean around it. Use the mechanics that are in the game to your advantage. Not a lot of people use them, especially the lower level players. So if you are a low level player watching, definitely make note of that and try to do it more, because you'll make your body smaller, you'll make your body harder to hit. Enemies won't be as accurate aiming for your head or your shoulder as they will be aiming for your body or your chest. And yeah, so this is one of the massive parts of getting the 100 kills on Underground when using a medium to long range weapon, especially a bolt action weapon in this game. And as you'll know, I've always said as well, the sort of main power position in the game where you always want to be is obviously around the center of the map, being under B flag mainly. I never really push up onto B flag because there's always shotguns, all sorts. There's always people watching the staircases, and you're going to run into 3-4 people. Sometimes it can work, and you can see people having really nice clips going on an absolute rampage, but they've probably died a crazy amount of times to hit a clip such as that. And it's very rare if you're successful with it, once, twice, or even 3 times per game. The best thing you can do is stay under the flag, of which most enemies do not go under the flag on B, and they'll run down the stairs off the flag and either towards both of the spawn flags here at A or at C. In which case they'll run down the stairs off of B flag, and you can just shoot them in the back. So you're sort of having a good, advantageous position, a power position, but also good positioning for gunfights, being that you probably will try and be able to avoid most gunfights by doing that. So that's what you want to do if you're going to play a bit more aggressive with a ZK or any other sort of high magazine capacity medic weapon. So in this clip here, which we're pretty much coming to the end of now, I have pushed into the enemy spawn onto A flag, and I'm kind of just killing them as much as I can, pushing them back into their spawn. You can see the enemy did have C flag at the top of the screen a second ago, and the reason I've not pushed back onto C flag simply is that's our spawn flag. I'm not going to run whatever it is, 200, 300 meters across the map, wasting probably 1, 2 or 3 minutes to do so, when by the time I get to our spawn flag at C, then it's likely we're going to have killed the enemies, have captured it, and I've now got to run all the way back to A, or obviously back to B if the enemies have captured their spawn flag again and are now pushing back to the middle of the map. So the sort of advantageous and best play there is to just stay at A flag, the enemy spawn, where they always will be spawning, and the majority of chances of getting kills is always going to be there. And I guess I'll let you enjoy these next 2 clips, some nice headshots. And that there was the perfect example of what this gun can do when used in the right position, such as that long corridor, as I've mentioned multiple times throughout this video. So we have got a minute and a half left. I will stop rambling on. There's not much else to say. I've gone through the pros and cons. I've shown you the specializations and explained it. I've given you a rundown of what to do sort of in the main sort of power position on Underground. If you do want more in-depth detail, then obviously just go check out the playlist, which I'll put in the top comment of this video, and you can see all the other Underground games where I've commentated on and pretty much said the same thing, but maybe slightly developed it a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you are new and you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. We're almost, or getting towards 2,000, whether it will take, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, however long it takes. We're on the way to 2,000, hopefully in time before the new Battlefield game comes out next year. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video.